welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. It's a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at one of our quotes. This is by Dan Zabra. Surround yourself with people who believe you can. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 117, Nasdaq's up 9, S&Ps are down 1, gold contract down $5.50, traded at $1,147 an ounce. Silver down 7 cents at $15.54 an ounce. Platinum down 11 bucks, trading out at $1,195 an ounce, under 1,100 bucks. Copper down 3 pennies at $2.64 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.04, trading at $45.10. That oil market, folks, just wants to really run down. It's going to be interesting to see if, in fact, it's going to bust that 40 level. Bonds, you have the 10-year up 8 ticks, 127.15. 30-year up 1 point and 13 ticks, 161.11. And King Dollar down 121 ticks, trading out at 99.92. The euro is up 34 at 106, and the yen is up 3 at 121.37. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, let's go to the world of the SPY. What do we have out here looking at the SPY? Okay, so what we had out here in the SPY yesterday is this, folks. The SPY moves higher. We did volume yesterday of 136 million shares. The 136 million is going into the downdraft that had been created out there at 188 million. Now, what we had in the SPY is that you did have an expansion of volume as you were moving in price. So if you're a bull, what you want to see, bottom line, is that you would want to see us go down today, not push into these highs. If you're a bear, this is exactly what you want to be looking at. Why? Because now what you're doing out here is this. The characteristic of how we pushed into the downdraft yesterday would be encouraging for a bull, okay, because you did have expansion of volume, and the SPY was the only one that had that expansion of volume. Now, however, what you have is that now you're pushing into that level, and you're pushing it with dramatically lighter volume, and it's basically doesn't have enough strength to get into the downdraft from the 6th, where we came from 209 to 207, and we did that with 188 million shares. NDX 100. Let's go over to the NDX 100. We take a look at the Qs. Qs out here today are trading at 106.94. Inside the NDX 100, what's putting the strength inside the NDX 100 is that, which is pretty wild here, is that you get American Airlines. American Airlines got put in the S&P 500. They're taking out Allergen because that's getting taken over. Bottom line, that is up $3.60. That's putting the most amount, well, that's putting a lot of juice inside the NDX 100. Regeneron is up $14. Biotech. Alexa Pharmaceutical is up $5.60. Biotech. And Fastenal is up 120. Taken away from the NDX 100, you got Electronic Arts is down $1.50. You got Micron Tech off 78. Discover Communications is off 72, and Mattel is off 50 cents. So what we have inside the 3 Qs is this: 3 Qs yesterday. Yesterday we go up and we do 25 million shares. That 25 million was coming into the downdraft of March 6th, March 10th rather, that had 34 million. So that wasn't an expansion of volume like we had in the S&P. Now what you do today, you're dying on the vine. You've done 15 million thus far versus your 25 million of yesterday versus what you're going into, which is the 106.98. Now, which is really going to be cool watching this whole thing shake out inside the 3 Qs is this. The 3 Qs had gapped down from the 107.14 area to the 106.98 area. So I expect it's going to try to, which I'd love to see it actually do. I'd love to see it actually hit the 107.14. I don't think it's going to be enough time to do that. Bottom line is that if it hit that and pull back, then you want to pull back. Either way, you want to pull back under, if you're a bear, 106.98. It's not if you're a bear, if you're a bull. This is just how it's setting up. If it closes underneath the 106.98 bottom line, that's a test of that downdraft. It'll be a failure of the downdraft. If you close over that level, bottom line, she's going to try to run into the downdraft that is out there on the 6th of March. We go take a look at the small caps. What we have with the small caps out here is this. Small caps, bottom line, small caps are trading at 123.53, 55 rather. Small caps are coming in with volume of 14 million shares. The high out there is the 123.77. We've hit 62 thus far. Not enough juice. There's no doubt there's just not enough juice out there. We'll see whether we can tap it out. Right now we're at half the amount of volume. Yesterday you basically, you did get up. You went up with 19 million yesterday, with 14 million thus far. That swing high out here that was generated on the 2nd of March, which is 78. That's the number that more than likely it's going to at least go after. It should go after when it's this high. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? It's really cool with what's happening with gold out here. Now, we need buyers in gold. There's no two ways about that. But if you take a look at what we had happen out here in gold today, what you're going to see is this. You're going to see a downdraft. You're going to see a rejection of lower price. You're going to see a fast move higher. And now, as we're coming into the end of the day, what you're also going to have is this. You're going to have that you had broken the consolidation that we've been, which is 1146 area. You did it with lighter volume, rejected lower price, and intraday, we had a sign of strength. We certainly didn't have a sign of strength yet on a daily basis, but intraday, we absolutely did. Intraday, what had happened out here when I was doing the program this morning, I'm doing Steve's program, and Steve's will be back next Monday. Bottom line is that when gold was breaking down under 1149, so gold went to 1141, but it was under 1149, folks, that they couldn't find any more sellers. So when you're consolidating at lows, this works both ways, whether consolidating the lows or consolidating the highs. Consolidating the lows first goes like this, especially in the commodity market. You're consolidating at lows, it's hanging at lows, which it had been for 4 or 5 days after coming down. As it gets jammed lower and it breaks down and breaks through all those lows, what the market's looking for is that where all the sell stops. Well, guess what? There weren't any. That's the real bottom line. You know, you might have had a few of them down there, but bottom line, there's no more sellers down there. So what ends up happening? Guess what? There's no sellers. The operator knows immediately, okay, the book is cleaned out. No one else is selling down there. And that, by the way, means that no one was long also, okay? That's how that shakes out. Or if they're long, they're not selling. I suspect most of the people that are long the gold market right now are in physical gold. Physical gold is physical gold, because you can't buy physical gold, by the way, at 1147. It's going to cost you $1,200. I don't care where you go. You try to get a coin at 1147, they're going to say, sorry, we don't have it. Bottom line, what ends up happening, huge expansion, wide price spread, accelerated volume, got it all coming off the bottom. What we've done now is that we've come back, and we're testing that swing point, that swing low, and what the metals market needs, not only just the physical metal market, but the actual equities themselves, is strength. What we've had thus far is this. You've had no sellers, refusing lows, but we haven't had any buyers either. Now, bonds. This is where it's going to get really... This announcement tomorrow, folks, is going to be just wild watching how this whole thing shakes out. And the reason being is this. If we take the TLT first, what the TLT is doing, which is the 20-plus bond fund, the TLT is testing the downdraft that was out there from the 2nd on 4 million versus 11 million shares. It's testing the high of the 12th, which was 128.20, with 4 million versus 10 million. That's saying that, guess what? The TLT still wants lower price. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow's up 105. Nasdaq's down 13. S&Ps are up 0.5 point.